everyone, my name is Charmi Patel. Welcome to my channel. And today I sort of wanted to talk to you about my journey of my journaling and planning and notebooks and paper. I was actually doing this challenge by Devin Liu, check her out, on decluttering, and I realized that I was holding on to all of these notebooks in my workspace where I could have used the workspace for actually creating and stuff. So I'm going to move all of these filled notebooks somewhere downstairs where they're easily accessible, but they're not in my way of constantly wanting to create. So I have always been a planner since I was in high school. I used to use one of those day planners or date planners that used to come at CVS until I was introduced to, I don't know what this is called, I forget, but the ring binders where you can just easily put in and out. And I used to download these journals from iHeartOrganizing.com. I think this is 2014. 2014 is where I started like utilizing these notebooks, and I love these notebooks because I love planning, but I also love reorganizing papers. So this was very easy, and this is a plain paper that I can show you. And then I also basically had a budget binder. I didn't realize that, a budget binder. Oh my god. Oh wow. What else is there? Oh my god, budget binder. Interesting. Monthly envelope system. I guess in 2014 I was trying to figure out my finances, huh? Interesting, interesting, interesting. I guess I was introduced to the envelope system and I was trying to figure out where all my money was going. Interesting. Okay, so basically I was into this kind of planning, which got really heavy very fast. So then I guess like went down to a smaller version, and then this version. And these are basically just lots of notes. I took this class called Brene Brown's class, Gift of Imperfection. So a lot of notes from that class are in here. And then I got introduced to Erin Conrad's planner. So I basically did a lot and lots of planning here. And I think I was in love with this planner. I also, I've been tracking my steps since then. All the due dates, all the birthdays, everything. I guess my planning method hasn't changed a lot. I used to have a cleaning schedule, which is cute. Yeah, so basically Erin Condren's Passion Planner was my next step until I don't even remember what year it was. I think, let's see, what year was this? This is 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. All right, so 2016 is when I stopped using all of the jibble jabble planners and Erin Condren. Also, like, I didn't like the rings. They would get stuck on my sweaters and I just hated it because I like to carry my planners everywhere. So I graduated to Passion Planners, and it's well loved. It's very well loved. Very well loved. And again, I think I did Gift of Imperfection with like my family and my husband. And at that time, we did it with art journaling. So that's 2016. Now that I remember, 2016 is when I was introduced to art journaling also. There was only 1 year that I cheated and got Freedom Mastery Planner. And I'm kind of glad that I did try something else out to see how I do. But I'll be honest, I didn't use it as much as I wanted it to. I don't know why I didn't use it. But then we're back to passion planning. This is 2019 and this is 2020. And 2020 was a weird year. Yeah, 2019 was very well loved also. This is a year I spent traveling a lot. And in 2019, my word was create. In 2020, my word was habits, but habits whole, less, simplify were all sort of like words. But then starting August, I started getting like connected to the word surrender over and over again. So I basically took turns. And 2020 was also very well loved because 2020 is the one year where I realized I really had to sort of take my health in my own hands, and I really committed to doing intermittent fasting, and just really took a turn in my health. So these are all my passion plans. So I told you about my passion planning. I told you about my planning since I was younger. I told you about, so now we're gonna go into journaling. So I've always been a writer, so CVS notebooks, then Starbucks notebook. But then I think 2016 is when I got introduced to Boho Berry. If you've watched my videos, you know this. And she introduced me to low trim notebooks. And my first notebook was yellow. So I basically used my notebooks for work, personal, all in like one. Because I don't like having multiple notebooks because it was just like tearing me apart. So basically, I started utilizing notebooks. And then I got this notebook for therapy because I was using this notebook for therapy. And I just love all of the notes that I was taking in here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's my to-do list. Just a lot of yeah. I'm going to insert like how I take notes for therapy. Sorry, how I take notes for therapy. And it's kind of interesting because I make like a 4-box. I have like an agenda. Then I have I take summary of what I learned last time on the opposite page. All of the tough shit that I want to talk about, that I recognize or realize. She usually gives me really amazing tools to walk away with. So I write all of those tools to remember. And what I'm going to work on next time is all of the things that I write on the bottom page, like the bottom box. And I did that pretty frequently. Yeah, I guess I like structure in my so yeah, so these two were my therapy notebooks. I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan of Rhodia. The paper was too thick for me, and too ivory. I didn't like it. And I also am realizing like soft cover paper is not for me. I also used this notebook, which worked really well with fountain paper. And I think this is just a random notebook that you find at like Marshall's basically. And I like, as you can tell, there's a theme. I am attracted to color red. Even when I did the yellow and the green, I was just like, nope, want my reds back. Something about the red notebooks, I don't know. I'm just attracted. I just realized something, that I like red notebooks. All right, so those are all my journaling, morning pages, notes, things that I just want to remember. Everything is in this. Last year is the first year where I separated my work and my journaling completely separate in separate 2 notebooks. And it worked out fine because this is my work notebook, and this is Hobonichi Techo 2020, and it worked out really well because I needed to do some really crazy planning for all of the meetings and all of the things that I have to organize and facilitate for work. And I didn't like scrabbling on my passion plan, because I feel like my passion plan is where I document and my somewhat memories, but also my growth, my spiritual growth. So I don't really like meeting planning in my passion planning. So this worked out really well. But in 2021, I have dedicated no notebooks to work. My notebooks will be my OneNote, because I'm trying to go paper free in 2021 for work. And also they're just easily accessible. Like if I want to find information, like I take a lot of notes. There's like 60 people that I support right now. Not support, but lead, or sort of like in a, yeah, so there's a lot of people that I need to remember a lot of things and details about. So I really like having each of the tabs dedicated to the people that I need, the people that I have to interact with, my stakeholders. So it's just easy to search up all of the notes. I was always taking notes there, but sometimes, I'm not sure if this happens to you, but like you are talking to people on the computer, and if you're typing, like it gets really annoying to people. So I've actually been told, can you please stop typing? So that's why I have to sometimes find to take notes. But yeah, in 2020, I made a commitment that I'm not going to be doing any note taking in a paper format for work. I will be only doing okay, so now I'm moving on to the food journal. So I actually got this idea from Chris Science, and it has been working out really well for me. I just take a lot of notes on how I have been feeling, what I have been eating, and this is basically just Tao Tree from Amazon. Works really well with fountain pens or any pens, and it's been really great. And then I migrated to Lotrum pocket size, because I just missed the paper. Like we've talked about, I have a better relationship with the paper with Lotrum. So basically I would document what date it is, and I was listening to this podcast, and I think since then I've changed my beginning of each of the journal pages. Is I would write the day, like today is Monday, January 18, 2021. Versus I would just write like 1/18/21 or something like that. I don't know, it just like, it's more impactful. Like, oh, it was a Monday, or it was a Friday. Oh, I tend to cheat on certain days, so it was like more recognizable on what's going on. I also did my tarot card readings. I'm trying to memorize all the tarot cards and what they mean, so that I can do my readings a little bit more faster. So yeah, I basically just fill these 2 notebooks, and these 2 are so convenient because I actually took them everywhere I went, and I realized that I was just taking a lot more notes because it was just so easily accessible, and the fact that it was a hardcover. So the 2 things that I've learned about myself is the notebook has to be hardcover. Like I did not like Hobonichi that much, or Stalogy, which is downstairs because I'm still working through it. Because it's a soft cover, and if it was a Lotrum, it would have been done by now. But anyways, and I definitely love Lotrum paper. I think that's what I learned, and of course I love the color red, so I'm going to stick to red notebooks moving forward if I can. This is a notebook that my friend Julia got me when she went to either China or Japan. It didn't do really well with fountain pens, but because she gave it to me, I utilized it just with a bunch of knickknacks. These are the two Goulet notebooks that I had mentioned. In 2019, I did this. In 2019, I was in Paris a lot, and I basically needed something very, very skinny to kind of sneak in because I was a minimalist when I was packing. And I took lots of notes. I also did this daily journal practice by Matt Ragland. I'll put his handle in the bottom below. But yeah, I basically just wrote every day. Every single day I wrote it. Just like a lot of writing. And I loved this paper. So this is what I started last year. I'm not gonna lie, I wish that, I don't know how people do it. This is basically like, I think I'm trying to do an ink study. I think I will try again this year. So basically what I did is I wrote what pen and ink was matched up, and I was gonna use those pens all the time and see what I like and what I didn't like, and I was gonna document it here. Overall comments and combo, and I was gonna rate it and give them like A, B, C, D, E. I was gonna review each of the inks and each of the pen, but I didn't do it. So I might start that again this time. I also have tried, I don't remember what it's called, but these are like Tomboy River paper. Cafe Note, yes, Cafe Note. And this is where I did all of my like ink challenges and ink journaling, and I loved the portability of B6 slim size. I loved it. So I'm still working on that. And then I also basically started B6 Plus, swatching all of my inks that I have. Because I like Leuchtturm paper, I wanted to sort of document it in here and see how the ink and paper react to each other, and the pen, how it does. So I did do a currently inked page pretty consistently. The only thing that I regret not having is the dates. So I'm gonna start doing that. Those are the lessons that I think I learned last year. So I'll probably do dates this time. I'll probably do an end date. I also want to see how many pages that each of the ink capacity has. Then I have travel memory notebooks. I still have one more, but I couldn't locate it right now. But this is basically where, like this is from California. I have one from Spain and I have one from Italy. And I basically just write down my memories on how I felt. This is when we visited my uncle and aunt and my cousins at their house for breakfast. Yeah. Memory keeping. So I basically took this class from Ellie Edwards. This is where I learned it. So yeah, I have been taking lots of notes. Memory keeping. This was just regular memory keeping. I was just trying out these notebooks. So that's that. Since 2017 or 2018, I've been also doing Artists of Life. 2020 was the only year that I got notebook, and I regret it because I already have so many notebooks. I don't need additional notebook to like document things in. But I do like her initial prompts on, her name is Eileen, and she does all these prompts to kind of make you reflect on the year before. And I think I did really well documenting all of my reflections since 2018, 2019, 2020. And I also did one for 2021 in a form of a, just like a digital document. in 2019, I also tried out tarot journaling, and it's not well loved, but there were phases where it was very well loved. Like in 2019, I don't know why I even took this, because in 2019 I was traveling a lot, and I couldn't take this notebook every time with me, which was really interesting. But yeah, so tarot reading, I might kickstart that this year. Which brings us to, last but not least, is one little word, which I've sort of sprinkled throughout this entire video, and my art journals. So this big boy was, it's basically, you know, that's another thing that I didn't write. I didn't write dates. I regret it. I do regret it. I don't have dates here. But basically, these are all of the prompts that I did again for Gift of Imperfection. And I would take a lot of notes. Like, I have my project management notes here. Yeah, so I basically took my class again, because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, the concepts about shame and guilt and just life, they were like really hard to sort of like scramble through the first time I did it in 2016. So I kind of had to do it again to kind of just really get it, because I think in 2016 I was a different human than what I was in 2018. So basically, yeah, I just did it. I just went ahead and did it. And this notebook was introduced to me from my class that I took with Clark Kegley or something, and yes, I just documented life here. So this was 2018 and 2019, because who would finish all these notebooks? Oh my god! I contemplated to use the word grow in 2019. 2021, my word is grow. But I guess I went with the word create in 2019. Interesting. This is so good. I'm so glad I'm doing this video. And of course, I do a lot of Brendan Burchard's podcasting, and I always take notes. And he talks about relating, creating, growing, and being. And then I made my, I guess I was doing my one little word journaling prompts in here too, because I just wanted like everything in one space. This was a really cool exercise that my therapist taught me about, yeah, we will make Neil and I, my husband and I, will make a video about relationships, because I think we've grown tremendously as partners, as couple, as friends, and as humans. But these are all of the things. So like, she would make you write things that bother you about the other person, and then you have to cross it out, and then you have to write something positive about them, and then you have to obviously talk to them about it. This was a really cool journaling prompt too. I made Neil do this exercise about me. I did it on him. I did a lot of mirror work. I guess I don't know what this is, but these are my therapy notes. Therapy notes. Therapy notes. Oh, wow. Planning. That's a lot of planning. So this is where I came up with the word habit and whole. And then 2020 goals. Oh, interesting. This is where they were. And then I took this, I think it was like a 7-day or a 9-day challenge about like your anger. So I took that. Yeah, lots of notes. This is a really good notebook. I should reflect back on it. Look at this, fear setting. Yeah, I did a daily stoic 2020 challenge. I love this African painting. It signifies being free. I really, really loved it. So yeah, lots of notes. I basically just took all of the amazing quotes that I had and put them in here. I still have some pages left. And then I basically did a little 2-page this is really good. Yeah, so this was my art journal, therapy, notebook, everything in between. This is also my art journaling. This is how I started it. I have 3 more notebooks like this, so I probably will use it. I also, in 2020, because we had so much time in our hands, I took the class by Laura Horn on watercoloring, and I basically just learned a lot of like just how to use my art and practice a little bit more. So I loved it. I love this little notebook. So the only fact is it opens like this. I just really wanted my regular, you know, A5 size. So if I can find this notebook in A5 size, I would definitely be down for it. But I did find at Michael's like buy one get one free. So my Mehak and I, we do a lot of art journaling together as like a family event and bonding thing, and I basically just tried out a lot of pages in here. I also teared a lot of pages from here because if it's really, really good and if someone wants it, I just give it to them. So ultimately, what are my plans for 2021? We're back at passion planning. I'm committed this year. I actually have jot down some calendar block time on Sundays to do this. And all my art journaling will happen in this sketchbook. All my OneNote, one little word prompts will also happen in this notebook. I'm shying away from pocket sizes and cutting papers. I rather just have the freedom to just stick things in, write my journaling prompts, and be over with it. So I basically did all my one little word prompts for January in here. I just don't know how I feel about sharing it because it's so personal. I've been doing one little word since 2013, or maybe before that, I don't remember. I have to look at my notebooks and see. But I just can't share them all because I've done some really hard growth. So what are my plans for 2020? I think I am done with trying different things. Of course, I have ordered a lot more of the Tomoe River paper from different brands, which I'll be trying. However, in terms of like notebook keeping, this will be my food journal just so that I continuously work on staying healthy. I've lost over 26 pounds, so I want to just keep myself very, very healthy since September of 2020. And this is a Stylogy notebook that is for my morning pages, which I really want to just finish up so I can move on to the next notebook. I will continue to passion plan. It's already really well loved, and it's only like second or third week of January, and I'll do all of my art journaling classes, everything in just one notebook versus like in 2020 I had like 3 different notebooks. I am committing to just one notebook for one little word. Any prompts, art, watercolor, everything will happen in this one. Michael's, I think it's Michael's sketchbook. Something about the hardcovers, I am in just love with it. So I'm going to continue just using what I think I love. Yeah, it's perfect for me. Once I'm done with this, I have multiple different notebooks that I can pick from, and they're all hardcover. So moving forward, I think the lesson is that I will not buy anything that is not hardcover, because it's not something that I gravitate towards. So that's it. So for 2021, passion planning or journaling, morning pages and journaling, and this, and then my food journal and intermittent fasting and all of that good stuff in this pocket-sized notebook. And I will continue to fill out my ink journal notebooks that I had since last year. No need of using new notebooks for that. So for that, I have Goulet's 68 GSM notebook. That's where I will do my monthly inked pen starting February, because I'm just trying to assess what I want to do with my pens. So I will continue to have my 5 pens filled with 5 inks that I communicated on passion planning, because it doesn't penetrate, it doesn't bleed through or anything. So yeah, I'll keep swatch books and all of that in these 3 notebooks, and that's it. I'll report back to you. And all of these are now being labeled and put in storage, so I can just call it a day. So thank you for watching. I know this was a very, very long video, but just wanted to show you where I've been for past couple years, and where I intend to go. So I hope you enjoyed watching my jibble jabble, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!